Archangel Michael says, "Stop scrolling, your name has just been spoken in heaven." Right now, the air around you holds more than silence. It holds a prophecy. There is a spiritual file being unlocked, an inheritance written in divine ink, sealed before you were even born. You were never forgotten. You were reserved. In the next 2 minutes, something invisible will touch your atmosphere, and you must not ignore it. What you're about to receive is not gold, not land, not anything the world defines. This is a forgotten inheritance carrying restoration, redemption, and revelation. A spiritual ancestor whispered your name in a realm where angels gather plans. Now the scroll has been reopened. But listen carefully, if you speak of it too soon, it disappears. Heaven says silence is your key, stillness is your sword. Your miracle is unfolding in quiet, just as heaven intended. Type "I receive it" to seal this transmission and prepare for the unlocking. Behind a locked vault in the heavens, your inheritance was nearly stolen. A spiritual interception occurred when someone with dark intention tried to rename what was yours. They signed documents, forged approvals, and yet your name still shined through. God didn't allow the transfer, because what's written in the spirit cannot be rewritten by man. Someone wealthy once claimed you didn't deserve it, but heaven laughed, because the riches they flaunted were only borrowed. The abundance tied to your name isn't flashy, it's eternal. And now it's being activated through unseen favor. What's yours is returning multiplied. A relative, one you barely remember, spoke your name before passing. They felt your light and marked it with love. You were the only one pure enough to carry what they left behind. A document, a key, a promise, now reawakens in your timeline. The signal will come through something ordinary. A name, a scent, a number that repeats. The reason you've been feeling drained is because your spiritual access point was being upgraded. You've been moving through divine recalibration. Not everyone around you can withstand the frequency shift. Their confusion is not your concern. Your clarity is arriving at full speed, like morning light through stained glass. Your bank account may not reflect it yet, but your heaven account has just been unsealed. Every withheld blessing, every delayed payment, every door that slammed without cause, is now being reviewed by the court of compensation. They see you, and justice has been ordered. Type "I receive it" in the comments if this resonates in your spirit. Your words are more than comments, they are keys. Each one unlocks a different level of divine access. Say it boldly, say it silently, say it with faith, because heaven responds to courage whispered louder than fear. A signature that once excluded you is now being reversed. What had no room for your name is now being rewritten to make space for it. The person who blocked it will either apologize or vanish from your life completely. Heaven has no interest in explanations, only alignment. And your alignment has arrived. Someone who mocked your belief in miracles is about to ask for your help. They'll come wrapped in politeness but driven by fear, because they sense what you carry now. They feel the glow they cannot explain. And their questions will confirm what heaven already knows. You are becoming undeniable. An old item in your home, something forgotten, will suddenly feel different. That's not nostalgia, that's resonance. Your angels are using it as a transmitter. Don't throw it away. It carries the final piece of your activation. A strange dream is coming. In it, someone you've never met will hand you something precious, a ring, a scroll, a box. When you wake, you'll remember just enough to recognize its arrival. That dream is a memory from your future, and it will come true faster than you expect. You are not waiting, you are being positioned. Where others rush and scatter, you are being placed with precision. This is why delays kept happening. They weren't punishments, they were protection. And now that the path is cleared, your name is echoing in rooms you've never entered. If your soul is stirring as you read this, don't scroll without declaring it. Type "let it be done" to confirm your acceptance of the inheritance. No one else needs to know. This isn't for show, it's for the shift. And once you speak it, heaven seals it. Someone is speaking your name right now, but not in gossip, in prophecy. They had a dream about you last night and can't shake it off. They don't even know why they care so much. But heaven placed your face in their spirit. They've been assigned to witness what's about to unfold for you. An old financial account, closed, forgotten, or dismissed, is about to reappear. But this time, not as debt but as divine reimbursement. What once drained you will now restore you. Heaven has flipped the ledger, and the numbers are being rewritten in your favor. There's a phrase you keep hearing. In conversations, in songs, even in passing, it keeps repeating. That's not coincidence. It's coded confirmation from above. Pay attention. That phrase holds the vibration of your next open door. Someone close is being removed gently from your life. They won't fight, they'll just drift. It will feel confusing at first, but peaceful. Their assignment in your story has expired. Their presence cannot follow you into the next chapter of favor. The thing you almost gave up on, the relationship, the dream, the vision, was never dead. It was being preserved. God wrapped it in silence to keep it away from sabotage. Now it's breathing again, and this time, it will arrive without struggle. Whisper it softly or declare it loudly. I still believe. Your faith is the pen that signs what's next. Type it below to anchor this word into your atmosphere. Because when belief is spoken, angels are dispatched. A sudden invitation is coming, unexpected, unplanned, but perfectly aligned. It will not look like what you expected, but your spirit will recognize it instantly. Say yes. It carries your next miracle inside its subtle packaging. You will overhear a conversation soon that mentions something you've been praying about. It may be on the radio, on a podcast, or a stranger speaking behind you. Don't brush it off. It's a prophetic echo sent to confirm what your heart already sensed. You're not imagining this shift, it's real. The reason you've been restless at night isn't worry. It's spiritual download. Your soul is digesting instruction from the divine. That tossing, that turning, it's alignment in disguise. Soon, sleep will return, but you won't be the same. There is someone you helped long ago who's about to repay you without warning. They never forgot your kindness, but they waited for the right moment. That moment is now, and their return will be disguised as coincidence. But it's covenant. You've been seeing the same number, haven't you, on clocks, receipts, license plates? That number is not luck, it's a message. Angels are synchronizing your timeline. The number is the rhythm of your restoration. Type, it's already aligning, if this speaks to you. That phrase isn't just affirmation, it's agreement. When you agree with heaven, doors unlock. Say it with trust. Because what's next doesn't need effort, only permission. Your guardian angel is no longer walking behind you. They're now standing in front of you. Because something meant to harm you just changed direction. The danger has been intercepted, rerouted, and disarmed. You didn't see the battle, but heaven did, and you won. Someone who once smiled in your face while hiding a dagger is now being spiritually exposed. Not by your hand, by truth. Their voice will tremble when your name is mentioned. Because the light around you is now louder than their lies. There's a delay happening today that will feel inconvenient. But what you don't see is what it's protecting you from. Had you moved forward, something crucial would have been missed. Don't be frustrated. This pause is heaven's redirection in disguise. A divine connection is forming in secret. Someone you haven't met yet is already speaking your name in rooms you've never entered. They were led to you without understanding why. But soon, they'll appear, offering exactly what you lacked. This is not networking. It's divine networking. An old fear is about to dissolve without you even trying. The very thing that used to paralyze you, a person, a memory, a place, will suddenly feel powerless. Not because it changed, but because you've changed. You've outgrown it without even noticing. If you've felt the shift but didn't have words for it, this is your confirmation. Type, the fear is broken, to mark this freedom. It's not just release, it's realignment. And when you declare it, your courage echoes in the spirit. A piece of mail is coming. It may look like junk, but it's a message, not from a company, from the cosmos. Look twice. Heaven often hides prophecy in plain sight. The next time someone tries to belittle your journey, their own insecurities will betray them. Their words will fall flat. Not because you fought back, but because your silence now carries more weight than their noise. You'll be called to revisit a place from your past. But this time, you won't go as a victim. You'll go as a vessel, to retrieve a piece of yourself left behind, and to reclaim what fear once convinced you to abandon. A financial breakthrough will appear first as inconvenience. An error, a dispute, or a delay. But what looks like a problem is actually a prophetic setup. What's being withheld is about to come with interest, more than you prayed for, because you didn't panic. Someone powerful is watching you silently. They haven't reached out yet, but their spirit is stirred by your energy. They don't even realize they're being drawn to divine timing. But soon, their recognition will unlock a door only they could open. Right? I am ready for recognition. Below, this is not pride. This is prophecy. When heaven positions you to be seen, no force can obscure you. Let the unseen world know you are no longer hiding. A door that once rejected you has just been unlocked without sound. You won't hear applause. You won't see confetti. But when you walk through it, everything will feel lighter, because the resistance is gone. The path is cleared. A camera, phone, laptop, security feed will capture something strange soon. A light, a shadow, a shimmer. That's not dust. It's divine residue. Archangel Michael has left proof in the physical to confirm your covering. You will soon forget how heavy it used to feel. The grief, the betrayal, the nights you almost gave up, will no longer sting when remembered. Not because they didn't matter, but because healing rewrote the memory with peace. Someone who looked past you will now look for you. They thought you were easy to forget, until they felt your absence vibrate in places they didn't expect. They will reach out soon, but this time, the choice is yours. You've gained authority in the quiet. There will be a phrase, spoken by a child or whispered in a dream. It's already yours. When you hear it, stop. That's not coincidence. That's your final confirmation. What was once delayed is now delivered. Type, I walk in quiet victory. If your spirit feels the shift, you don't need a spotlight. You don't need an audience. When heaven confirms, earth obeys. This is your arrival, unannounced but undeniable. A system that once failed you, legal, medical, financial, is about to correct itself in your favor. You won't need to beg, argue, or explain. God has whispered into places you cannot reach. And protocol is bending because of divine override. You'll begin attracting people who don't understand why they're drawn to you. It's not charisma. It's assignment. Your anointing has become magnetic because the atmosphere around you has shifted into readiness. There's a prophecy over your life that was spoken before your birth. It was delayed by generations of resistance, but now that you've broken the chain, it can finally activate. This is why the warfare was so personal. The blessing is generational. A place you once left in shame, you will return to in glory. But this time not to prove anything. You'll walk in and the room will shift, because you won't carry wounds anymore. Only wisdom, and wisdom always wins silently. The final sign is subtle. A breeze on still air, a name you haven't heard in years, a song that hits your spirit in the exact moment of your surrender. When it happens, smile gently. The miracle has landed. If your breath caught even once while reading this, it was your spirit recognizing alignment. Type, the miracle has landed below. Because what's done in the heavens now has your name sealed in gold. No more waiting, no more striving, just walking in what's already yours. There is a place you've been avoiding. Not physically, but emotionally, because it held too much pain, too many memories. But you will revisit it soon, and this time, you'll walk through it in full peace, like a healed prophet, not a hurting survivor. Someone is about to credit you for a miracle they can't explain. They'll say, I don't know why, but ever since you spoke, things changed. That's not flattery, that's resonance. Your voice is now carrying spiritual voltage. A delay is being lifted. Something that was pending in the natural has been approved in the spirit. Expect to hear confirmed, finalized, or cleared. These words won't be random. They'll be coded proof that heaven has ruled in your favor. You are entering a season where you no longer need to explain your glow. The ones who never clapped will pretend they always believed. Let them. Your presence will now speak for itself. Because divine favor doesn't seek permission to arrive. There's an object near you. Jewelry, a stone, a trinket you once forgot had meaning. Touch it again. It holds a vibration that heaven intends to reawaken. This is not nostalgia. This is your reminder you were chosen before you understood why. If you feel this speaking to a deep, quiet place within, don't scroll without declaring it. Type, I reclaim what's mine, in the comments. Because when your voice aligns with your inheritance, delay has no choice but to end. This isn't a request. It's a recall. And your name is on it. Someone who once overlooked your kindness is now losing sleep over it. They'll show up again, not for closure, but for mercy. You don't have to answer the door. Your forgiveness already moved you forward. This return is not for you. It's for their release. You'll notice animals responding to you differently. Birds pausing, pets staring, butterflies landing. Creation recognizes divine frequency, and yours is now activated. Even the earth is testifying on your behalf. You are not blending in anymore. You are vibrating louder than silence. A headline, a news segment, or an article will strike your spirit soon. It won't seem related to you on the surface, but something in your soul will say, "This is connected." Don't ignore it. That signal is part of your prophetic map. You were the last to be picked before. Now you're the first to be requested. Not because you changed who you were, but because the world is finally catching up to who heaven already knew you were. There's no more delay. They need what you carry. Before the end of this week, you will receive a strange invitation. An event, a meeting, a call, a reconnection. You'll want to say, "I'm not ready," but don't. Because what's arriving isn't looking for perfection. It's responding to readiness. If you feel a stirring inside, even if you don't fully understand why, type, "It's finding me now." Because this time, you don't have to chase. Divine harvest doesn't need hustle, just heart. And your time has always been right on time. You are being followed, not by fear, but by fulfillment. Every step you take now echoes with footsteps from generations before you. An ancestor once prayed without seeing the answer. You are that answer. And heaven is watching how you carry what they never got to hold. There is a sound only your spirit can hear. It might come as ringing, pulsing, or music that moves you without reason. That's not your imagination. That's alignment. The gates are opening, and the frequency is shifting. A voice from your past is about to speak again, not to pull you backward, but to witness your rise. They'll call it luck, but you'll know it's legacy. Because what's happening now isn't revenge. It's restoration on silent wings. A color will start appearing to you repeatedly, in dreams, in signs, in unexpected places. Don't dismiss it. That hue carries a frequency, and it's heaven's way of marking a specific moment with visual prophecy. There is a journal, a note, or a scribble you once wrote in weakness. Find it. What you called desperation was actually divine dictation. Those broken words are now blooming into fulfilled promises. What was once survival is now strategy. If your soul is trembling with quiet knowing, do not resist it. Type "carry legacy" in the comments. You didn't just inherit promises. You were built to complete them. And heaven is moving through you with ancestral acceleration. There will be a photo, an old one, where your eyes hold more light than your circumstances did. Look again. That light was never edited in. It was evidence. You were chosen long before the world saw it. Someone will offer you something small, almost laughable. Take it. Because hidden within it is a gateway. Heaven often wraps its greatest moves inside unassuming moments. Say yes without overthinking. You are not just walking into a blessing. You are becoming one. People will start saying, "I don't know why, but I feel peace around you." They don't need to understand. Your energy now heals what language cannot touch. Something you once failed at is reapproaching you. But this time, you won't need to try hard. The doors will open at your knock. Not because you're stronger, but because you're finally knocking at the right time. There will be no trumpet, no grand moment. Just a quiet realization, this is it. That feeling will flood your chest, and when it comes, do not doubt, just walk. The miracle won't wait this time. Right, walk without fear. If your feet are ready even while your heart still catches up. Faith doesn't mean being sure. It means being steady. And heaven is drawn to the steady. Your next step is the fulfillment of everything that tried to stop you. You will receive a random message, an old friend, a wrong number, or even a spam email. But something about the timing will feel divine. Don't focus on the content. Focus on the confirmation. The universe just winked at you. There's a conversation you weren't invited to, but your name was mentioned with reverence. Not everyone claps in public, but behind closed doors, they're acknowledging your light. That's honor without noise. A recurring dream is not just your brain processing, it's your angel rehearsing. They are walking you through the next scene in advance, so when it arrives, your soul will recognize it. That's why it feels so familiar. It's not memory, it's prophecy. You'll find something today, maybe a feather, a coin, a torn page. It may seem random, but it carries weight. Your angels are leaving breadcrumbs. And this one is confirmation you are not late. You are in rhythm. There's a gift being wrapped for you in secret, a literal one, or a moment that feels like a reward. You won't see it coming, but when it arrives, it'll feel like heaven whispered, "Thank you for not giving up." If your spirit has been catching signs lately, small, strange, sacred type, I see the signs below. What the world calls coincidence, heaven calls conversation, and you've been listening well. Now it's time to respond. Someone will misjudge you soon, let them. Because their misunderstanding is the exact thing heaven will use to set a stage where your character shines louder than their commentary. You are being elevated by contrast. A clock will hit a certain time, repeating numbers, a birthday, an anniversary. In that moment, pause, breathe. The veil is thinner at those timestamps. A quick prayer then will ripple louder than hours of effort. You've been feeling more sensitive lately, emotionally, spiritually, even physically. That's not weakness. That's refinement. Heaven is sharpening your discernment for the next level. And with it comes clarity you didn't ask for, but desperately need. Someone you haven't spoken to in a long time is about to reference you to someone else. They'll say your name with new weight, this time without envy, because what once intimidated them now inspires them. And that shift was written. There is an opportunity ahead that won't have your name on it yet, but it will feel like home. Apply anyway. Walk in anyway. Your name will be added mid-process, because the table wasn't full, it was waiting. If you've been sensing movement but couldn't see where it's leading, type, "I trust the invisible," because faith isn't waiting for proof, it's becoming proof. And your next step has already been cleared in heaven. A name will return to your mind, out of nowhere. You haven't thought of them in ages, but suddenly, they appear in thought or memory. Don't reach out. Just pray. That name is tied to a chain breaking in the spirit, and your release is connected. You will soon hear someone say the exact words you've been repeating silently in prayer. It won't be to you. It may be on a podcast, a stranger passing by, or a post you scroll past. Pause when it happens. That's heaven answering you in your own language. Word for word. There is something you've been postponing. A message, a meeting, a step. You told yourself not yet, but heaven just whispered, no. The window is open, and delay now is no longer protection. It's resistance. Someone who walked away from you is about to realize they walked away from their own blessing. Don't gloat. Don't run. Just be still. Because the moment they return, the miracle will already be in motion. Without them, a dream you had as a child is about to show signs of resurrection. It may feel small, symbolic, or subtle, but it is real. God didn't forget that hope. He just waited for your heart to be strong enough to carry it all the way this time. Type, "I am ready to carry it," if you felt the return of something old, but somehow reborn. Not everything lost was meant to stay gone. Some things are just hidden until you're whole. This is that moment. Step into it fully. You'll begin to feel drawn to a location, maybe a city, a space, a corner of your home. You won't know why yet, but when you obey the nudge, you'll find clarity waiting. God has assigned geography to your unfolding. An unexpected compliment is coming. Someone will see something in you that you didn't think was visible. When they say it, don't deflect. Receive it, because heaven is confirming the glow you thought was invisible. There is a false opportunity coming, glittering, urgent, loud. It will promise everything and feel like a shortcut. Don't bite. Your spirit will whisper. Not this one. Trust that whisper. It's saving you from delay disguised as acceleration. Your prayers have entered a courtroom you cannot see. There is deliberation happening in the heavenlies right now on your behalf, and the verdict is leaning toward restoration. You may not feel it yet, but spiritually, the gavel is about to drop in your favor. You are entering the chapter where what you thought you needed will be replaced by what you never imagined was possible. And when it arrives, it won't feel overwhelming. It will feel like coming home, because the miracle was shaped to your soul, not your wish list. If this felt like it was written just for you, type, "The miracle fits me." Not every blessing is loud. Some arrive in perfect silence, but they fit so well, you know they were always yours. Now the winds will quiet. Not because the battle is over, but because your presence no longer fights, it commands. You don't have to chase signs anymore. You have become one. And when others ask what changed, you won't need to explain. Because heaven doesn't send announcements. It sends evidence. And from this moment forward, you are the proof. If you feel this closing like a divine echo in your spirit, type, "It is sealed." Don't type it for algorithm. Type it for alignment, because once spoken, this word cannot return void.